What's up guys, Cody here, and today I have a 1v1. So this is going to be a very interesting battle, and that is because I am facing a pretty elite player. So his name is TSR SpongeBob, pretty funny name, but he's going to be in command of the Spanish, and I'm going to be the Prussians. So knowing that this is a skilled player, I'm going to have to use all my concentration and focus on this battle. Still trying to get into the hang of Napoleon. I haven't played too many competitive matches, so I went with a build to try and counter his because he does enjoy bringing a lot of cavalry, so I try to match him. My cav's pretty bad though, so I got 2 hussars, got a Freikorps, and then on my right flank I have 3 hussars, so 5 hussars and 1 Freikorps, and then for my main line, or lights, I have 5 Prussian Fusiliers, and then some landwehr in the back, a militia unit. I got pretty low numbers for my line infantry. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 musketeers. I have 2 foot guards and 1 8th Life Regiment and a general's bodyguard. The reason why I don't have much line is because I used most of it for my cavalry. You guys will see some extremely very nice movements from my the opponent I'm facing. So the battle has begun. Let me just show you his army. So he went with a pretty standard formation, but you can tell his line infantry, there are just so many line infantry. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 line infantry. 8 of those are Fusiliers, and then 2 of those are Walloon Guards. So with being Spain, this allows you to bring many more troops, and you can see he has quite a few upgrades on his troops as well, cavalry especially. Now, he does outclass me in cavalry, but he only has 4 lancers, which I was pretty surprised about. I thought he'd bring more. So he has 4 lancers, and I tell you what, these lancers will devastate your, or my line of, my cavalry. My cavalry is not meant for a cav-on-cav engagement. I brought these guys just because I want my enemy, to form square, and I'm going to try to do that as much as possible this game. So you'll see right off the bat, he's much more aggressive compared to me. I'm taking my sweet time right now, enjoying the view and the nice walk to the center of the battlefield. So knowing that I won't be able to reach the center of the map, I do pull back a little bit and form my battle lines here. Going to actually run my guys into position now because I do need to form up as quickly as possible. Now, I do have better lights. I have better line and lights, but he does outnumber me in the line engagement. And he did bring 5, lights infantry. And he brought one of the most elite generals also. So it just shows you that Spain has a lot to offer. A lot of cheap units that are pretty effective. And very smart move by him. He's actually using his Walloon Guards to push on the flanks. And that's going to be very devastating because Walloon Guards are an extremely elite unit. And me having very few units, I'm going to have to spread my men very thin. See, we're taking up the majority of the map. And I know I need to start engaging now. So I'm going to be pushing up my landwehr. Just like this, and the engagement is about to begin. So I'm going to be pushing up my Prussian Fusiliers. You can see, great job for my landwehr, taking those bullets for me. And now, that's going to free up some units. They're going to be able to fire back. They're actually going to take some volleys, but they're going to have a 3-on-1 situation here. I'm going to push them up. You see, I'm inching forward a little bit here. Now I'm going all out. So, one move you want to make is, you want to get your shots off and you want to run back. But, it's kind of hard to do that, especially with the lights. So I got a nasty volley off. You really don't want to do that if you know you're going to be shot at, because you're making yourself a bigger target by running away. So he lost a substantial amount more men than I did. You see, lost 7 and 3 in that unit, so, and 5 here. So I definitely am winning this light engagement right now. And over here, you see he has 3 line infantry, or light infantry here. And now he's going to actually try and overwhelm me in numbers on my right flank. So in order to counter this, I'm going to send over one of my foot guards and make this a 3-on-5 situation. It's still not good for me. I do have the cav advantage here, but he does have more elite cavalry. So I'm going to try and think of something to overcome this obstacle. Now, what TSR SpongeBob likes to do is he likes to send out 1 cav unit And when he sends out one cav unit, it's going to force my line infantry into square, and you guys will see that very shortly. And then he's going to commit his line infantry. So while my guys are in square, he's going to push up his line infantry and get some beautiful shots off. So here we go. This is exactly what he does. He's going to start pushing up. I'll show you guys shortly. I'm going to kite back a little bit. Just keep my distance from him. I'm actually going to shift over more cavalry because you always want to match your opponent with their moves. If he's a very skilled player, you always want to match him. And I am definitely on the defensive right now. I just don't have the numbers to attack. And here we go. This is exactly what he's going to be doing. So I'm going to try to position my musketeers. I'm actually going to be charging in now. I'm getting first volleys. Got my foot guards engaging with the fusiliers. I'm going to pull back right away because I don't want to get shot at. You see, we're going to have a little cav engagement in the center right now. He's keeping my guys in square. I'm going to try and continue to charge. I'm going to try and charge through into the Walloon guards, keep them from firing. So right now, I'm just trying to prevent him from opening up on my guys. Doing a pretty decent job here. Got my Prussian Fusiliers engaged, but they are a little too close to his line infantry, so that's not a good move by me. You can see I actually managed to break one of those Lancer units, but he does have another one right here. Made him into square, so that's going to prevent him from firing. Meanwhile, I'm going to get my guys out of square and try to open up once again. So I do have the skill. My units do have the skill, but look at this. Another cav charge this time, Prussia. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Let me pause this real quick. Okay, so I charged some cavalry while he was not paying attention. Or he was, but his main focus was over here. And I actually managed to charge into these allies. You can see, brought their numbers down to 38 men and 69 men. So, good job on me, but he did get some pretty nice shots off with his Fusiliers. Great job protecting them, and he actually does have some more cavalry in the back, but he's used up the majority of his cav force, and now the engagement is still continuing. Got a melee battle going on. He's going to actually force me to square here once again. Maybe I don't even reach square. No, I don't even reach square. That was an excellent job by him. He's going to unsquare now and start pushing up my guys. He once again did a little fake charge there, and now look at this. Let me pause this once again. He has so many line infantry now opening up on me, and look at this. I have little to no firepower now because my guys are forced into square. I'm being forced to send over a foot guard unit just to prevent this from happening, or at least minimizing the damage he is causing. But look at the morale right now. Not looking good at all. My guys are red. Not looking good. So, trying my best right now to keep these guys alive and not rout them. But look at this. He has two Lancers on this one unit. I actually managed to break one. Going to try and charge into some of these units because I need these guys to stay alive. I actually managed to break a Prussian Musketeer unit at 70 guys. That was horrible. So I'm doing a really good job on this flank though. My foot guards are doing a phenomenal job, and look at this. He does not have the cav to protect his lights. I'm actually going to send some cav units over here and hopefully deplete his light force. But hell is breaking loose. I actually did manage to break one of his line infantry, but he's going to countercharge with some Lancers. My foot guards are there to take down those Lancers as well. Over here, he's in square because of that one cav charge I attacked him with. And now he's going to charge once again with his Lancers. This time, he was a little late in responding, me actually getting to form square and deplete some of his guys some more. So I actually did manage to break both his light units here, and his Fusiliers are now forced into square. Now, smart move, very good move here. His Lancers are still keeping my guys, or my Musketeers, in square, and he's going to open up with his Fusiliers, so I'm being forced to pull back, and I'm losing some numbers very, very quickly. Over here, though, on the left flank, not too much is happening. I'm just protecting my main body with some Fusiliers. They are still very healthy, and they can still pack a punch, but ammunition is going to be a factor this game. I'm going to try and reform as fast as possible, get my foot guards into position. It's one Musketeer unit still losing a lot of guys, but they are at half health, so not too bad. But I could say I have the advantage now. Cav is going to be crucial. Cav is always crucial towards the end of the battles, and that is just because when you get low on manpower, Cav is more maneuverable and can outflank and do so many things for your army. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little not being scared, but tactical kiting. So I'm going to get my shots off and kite back. That's going to allow me to get more shots off and force him to not get as many kills that he should have been if I didn't move. So I got my Prussian Fusiliers engaging once more, this time on his line of infantry. I need to deplete those guys as fast as possible. Over here, though, I am in some trouble right now. He has Walloon Guards against 50 Musketeers. Not looking too great. Going to try and do a cav charge on his unprotected lights once again. Got my foot guards engaged. My foot guards are actually getting double teamed right now. Triple teamed by 2 line and 1. Actually 3 line, but 1 broke. So I'm very surprised right now my Musketeers are holding up so well against these Walloon Guards, but I guess just because those foot guards are there, it's going to prevent a lot of routing from happening. So I'm doing pretty well right now. I'm going to push up my foot guards yet again against these Fusiliers. I'm going to have my lights protecting me from this attack. I actually did lose a unit of Hussars from stray volleys, so that was not good. So I'm going to pull my guys back once again. Couldn't charge his lights because he had line infantry protecting him, so smart move there. But I'm just hoping my skilled troops can do me in on this game and hopefully win me this flank. I'm still very shocked that these Musketeers are holding up so well against these Walloon Guards. Unbelievable. You see the morale's getting pretty bad for Spain right now, so he does actually use the that morale boost thing with his generals. So smart move there, bringing them back up to green, but very shortly they're going to be dropping back down again. Like I said, look at this, 38 men still in green health, phenomenal. Same over here, 35 men, but the morale is going to drop very, very shortly. See over here in the center, morale is not looking good just because the general's not over there and the Walloon Guards are on the far flank, so that is not good. And my lights are just devastating his guys right now. Got a little U-shape going, so these Fusiliers are about to break. They did do their job though. They almost fought to the last man, but look at this, 35 guys from my Musketeers still haven't broken yet. Going to transition my foot guards over to these Walloon Guards because I know my Musketeers are going to break very shortly, so I need to get over there as soon as possible. Pretty much broke in the right flank other than these 2 units over here. I'm going to try and shift most of my force back over. We have a light engagement happening over here. I did manage to push up my troops. Going to get 2 beautiful volleys off, bringing them down to 68 men, as to where my guys are still at 84 and 90. So I definitely outnumber him here, but he does have some units coming back to the battle, so I don't know if he's going to notice them and reposition, but he is repositioning right here. He's got his light infantry ready for my 3 lights, so he is a 3v1 situation right now. Look at this, 26 men from my Musketeers. He must be so mad that these guys aren't breaking. If I were in his shoes, I'd be so pissed. I'd be like, come on, what is happening? 26 guys and haven't broken yet. That is phenomenal. My general's over here though, so that might help a little bit, but still, that is unbelievable. Those guys should have broken a long time ago, especially with those Walloon Guards. So my guys are out of ammo at this point, so I'm going to be forced to charge into the Walloon Guards. Got 82. I do double his numbers, so that is good. Got my light infantry now engaging with his light infantry. Let's see from his point of view. Let's take a look from these Fusiliers. Yeah, they do not have the light advantage or the range, so they're going to break, and they are out. We're going to have a little melee engagement. Here we go. Walloon Guards versus Foot Guards, 43 to 65. Pretty even numbers. We do have the Spanish general here for morale. He's actually going to be trying to charge into these Foot Guards. And I gotta say, this is pretty funny. So, let me pause this real quick. Okay, so, check this out. Let's see, where is the general located? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? I think this is him right here. Where is he? I think this is him, so check this out. Let me put in slow motion. So I see him charging, and I'm going to form square. Check out the general. He's gonna go flying off this horse. Whee! And that was the general, so he died falling off his horse. What a tragic way to go. So I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, those guys aren't going to stand. They're going to break very quickly. It's going to try and charge into my square. I actually managed to break it. My guys are reforming and those guys do end up breaking, so I thought that was pretty funny right there. And over here, the morale is going bad for Spain. They end up breaking with 17 men, so that's expected. My guys are still at 56, and look at this. Musketeers getting 2 chevrons this game. Phenomenal job by my Musketeers on that flank. So I'm going to continue the push. You can see I have overwhelming numbers now. I do believe some of these units do come back yet again, so they're not giving up. They're going to keep on fighting and fighting. But he doesn't have the range, and those guys do break with 80 men. Morale's getting bad just because the general did die. Let's see, there we go. So the general did die, and that is not good for his morale. But I do outnumber him greatly at this point. You can see my cav still in reserves, just in case. Looks like this unit, Freikorps, actually managed to get his chevron. Good job there. But I'm just going to be pushing up now and trying to finish off the Spanish. But a phenomenal job by SpongeBob. It's pretty funny to say that, but great job. He did some excellent moves there. But I was just able to counter him a different way. He did get a little crazy with his push, and he was running a little bit dry on reserves. I think if he did have a little bit more cavalry, it would have caused a lot more damage to me. But it still did a ton of damage. I only had 2 cav units left after that massive cav battle. I'm going to be pushing up my lights, and guys, out of respect, I used to be really rude when I played my opponents, but if you know you're going to win a game with a lot of numbers, don't just use your range to win the battle. I used to do this before, and I'd be like, oh, I need to get as little kill or losses as possible, but just out of respect, just do it. I know it's a light engagement here, so that is fine, but I used to just push up my lights and just use the range and kite back and be a pansy. That was always a cheat move by me, so I'm going to be pushing up my musketeers just out of respect. You know, it's a fun game. No hate needs to be made, and that's one of the best ways to get someone pretty mad at you. So I'm going to push them up very shortly, along with the rest of my army. So there goes my line of infantry, and we're going to have a nice little engagement right there. I actually did push up my lights first, because they are spread out. They're going to take fewer losses, and I'm going to be pushing up my line of infantry and get those nice shots off without losing many men. So yeah, but look at this. 2 Spanish units did come back, and now I'm going to have a flanking force. Now the reason why I'm not engaging this musketeer unit with the other Spanish unit is because these guys are Walloon guards, and I know without any support my guys are going to take so many losses. So I'm going to wait for this engagement to pretty much finish up, and now I'm going to engage very shortly. So here we go. Walloon guards, first volley managing to take out 30 guys, me only taking out around 20, so you can see they do have some, oh wow, over 30 guys, so phenomenal job by the Walloon guards. They do have some excellent troops. Over here though, he's going to push up his lights yet again on my foot guard, and these guys are out of ammo, so he's going to get some nice shots in, actually bringing them down to red health. But their morale will go back up once they do actually manage to engage. I'm actually going to be sending up my cavalry now to assist my very weak foot. Same over here. Pushing my foot up against these Fusiliers. No, they're out of ammo too. It's crazy. Ammunition is a big factor in this game. Pretty funny thing also, I just realized the ammo bar. I didn't know that was in the game, and you should have seen my face when I did realize that for the first time. I was like, dang, this is awesome. How come I didn't notice that? But yeah, I just didn't notice that. But now I do, and that's really cool. So that's going to help me out a lot to see, oh, these guys don't have much ammunition, so I'm going to pull these guys back and push these guys up. But it does look like I actually did manage to lose my foot guard here. No, I lost my cavalry. Foot guards are still holding strong, so that is good. But that is pretty much GG. Very good game to my opponent. He played extremely well. And it's hard playing as a Spanish sometimes, but his tactic was very good. So you see the kills there. Let's look at the unit statistics. Wow, foot guards with 271 kills. I'm pretty sure that was the foot guard on this flank. That did, wow, that did wonders. And you see my lights, pretty much all same range of kills. But look at this, 128 kills for this light unit. So phenomenal job by my lights, and a great job for SpongeBob. He did a wonderful game, or had a wonderful game. So hope you guys enjoyed this 1v1. If so, remember to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. I'm going to be posting daily content. This one's going to be a little bit later than a day, but it is okay. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later.